Fill in some hard drives.
Amadeus yells, "No, Thogrim," and runs full speed towards him.
Greetings and welcome to your Die Dragon Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles Season 4, Episode 5. I am your DM and host, Marty, joined by 2/3 of the Ontario crew. How's everyone doing on this fine Saturday?
Good.
We're doing all right. We're in a last-minute contest prep that I didn't know I was doing. So I ate like I'll be at Kinmount tomorrow early afternoon to push the truck and throw some stones and
Well,
generally.
Don't hurt yourself if this is not planned.
Well, it's nothing is too strenuous. There's nothing, but no, they're having some issues with people getting sick. So a bunch of competitors got sick. So there was this. I was asked as a favor to come and make certain there's a rounded out field of competitors.
Nice.
So I get to go to Kinmount and don't have to pay to go to the fair. So yeah, it'll be good.
Came out in Toronto somewhere? I have no idea where.
It's north of Lindsay by like an hour.
Okay.
Or Lindsay. Lindsay spelled funny.
Yeah, way in the middle of the province. Okay.
Way in the middle,
Yep.
in the yeehaw part of Ontario. Boots and hats part of Ontario. Yeah, it'll be fun. So it means I get to eat pizza and be lazy. Like that's the last part of what prep is. It's like, oh, I'm just in time to eat pizza and be lazy. This is the best part of prep.
Where you rest your body and put a bunch of calories in.
Where you rest your body and put a bunch of calories in. Exactly.
Nice.
To feel all prepared.
Ahmed, what's going on with you?
Speaking of eating pizza, today was my third birthday party for kids in a row. So it's been eating lots of cake and pizza for the last 3 days.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm feeling
not
great.
So nice.
I'm feeling wonderful.
Do you feel like shit?
I feel like shit, son.
Well, you're doing it right then.
Yeah. Things are good. Started the new job. It's pretty good. More stressful, but it's a lot more experience, which is pretty good. A lot more exposure and stuff. So I'm liking it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Let's do on my end. So I spent a week playing Uncle. I had my nieces and nephews, a 14-year-old, 13-year-old, and 12-year-old that I looked after for about a week. We played some Pathfinder. They had fun. It was all good. Sort of a continuation of the last couple times that we played. So they know, like they got into the house. They're like, "Can we play Pathfinder tonight?" I'm like, "Yes, that is part of the plan." And
welcome, travelers.
and they had fun. And I've got my NPCs that do all the voices, and they like some of them, and they can't stand some of the others because the voices are over the top. And
so those ones they can't stand, they show up a lot.
Yep. One of the ones they can't stand is the turtle guy that speaks really slowly.
Oh no.
Okay. They're like, "We need to talk faster." But talking faster isn't in my nature. And they're just rolling their eyes. And
I did that to a party with a Ahmed was in that game with a treant druid, like the father of the forest.
Yep.
Anything worth saying is worth saying thoroughly.
Fireball!
Everyone's like, "We already fucking watched Lord of the Rings. We get it. Trees don't flow."
That's exactly what
I'm still on the fence about Rings of Power. I watched the first 2 episodes, what was it, Thursday night? It's a pretty show. I kind of want to reserve judgment until more of the storyline progresses. There were some really good things, some not so.
I've heard some really positive stuff about House of Targaryen.
My HBO Max doesn't want to load in Canada because HBO Max isn't a thing in Canada, so I haven't been able to watch it. I'm going to have to watch it when I get back to Seattle.
I think, isn't HBO Max under Disney here?
No, Peacock, I think, is the way you would watch House of the Dragon in or House of Targaryen, or whatever it's called.
It might be House of the Dragon.
Isn't it a prequel to Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It basically concentrates on the dragon raising family and their politics. Same continent, I think. It's still Westeros, but anyways, yeah, looking forward to that. And I know that the Silmarillion and other things like huge swaths of time go by, and the elves are like, oh yeah, 1,000 years or whatever. I just didn't like how they portrayed some of that passage of time in the show. I'm not sure what they could have done better, but it just seemed a bit odd.
In the books, I remember elves being described kind of similar to the wizards, where they're like almost like ethereal superhumans. Mm-hmm. Like they don't function on the same wavelength. Like they're very different. Like it's very different from like all the other races.
Yeah, like they're on this like multi-100-year search, but they're acting like there's this sense of urgency that during a storm we have to do this dangerous climb. I'm like, well, is that really how a race that would behave? Like, I get you're trying to create some urgency, but at the same time you're throwing these massive swaths of time at me, and I was just, yeah, okay, it was a little bit jarring. Fine. The rest of it was fine. The characters are fine. I don't care that the Harfoots didn't have a big thing in the Age in the Silmarillion, and that they're actually wandering around and doing stuff. Like I'm fine with that. Like it's interesting to see the proto-hobbits that move around as it like they're like almost like caravanning nomadic hobbits as opposed to stay-at-home farming hobbits. I'm fine with that. Like
what show is this, or what movie is this?
This is the first 2 episodes of the Lord of the Rings of Power.
It's the $1 billion TV series.
Yeah, Papa Bezos.
Where is this on?
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Each episode is the price of a AAA action movie.
It's beautiful looking.
It should be. It's the price of a Bad Boys 2 each time. You should get explosions out the ass.
Seeing the functional dwarf city, like with dwarves moving around in it, and it being bright, and they have plants, and like it was like, hey, that's Khazak Doom, but with when it was actually functioning.
It actually did
not a goblin poop smeared ruin, like. Yeah, so
the goblin poop speared ruin that had like structural difficulty because every single fucking thing tipped over. Oh, it's time for the action sequence. Everything is falling down.
Yep. No, that wasn't as bad as in The Hobbit, where they go to Goblin Town and make everything fall down.
How do you live this way? You live amongst dominoes.
I'm sure tonight we'll make the stone giant place fall down. It'll be all good.
Well, at least they have like a horrible, evil earth elemental
that's corrupting Earth. Yeah,
that's rotting their core. Yeah.
Why don't we do a recap of what happened last game? So last game was called the Steel Rose Somethings. The Steel Rose Expeditionary League members deliberate over Agony's disappearance and decide to move their headquarters to the recently created demiplane of Thogrim's Forge. Sunny, Thogrim, Amadeus, and Slake begin exploring the eastern Delvin Pass, where they encounter a giant hunting monster. They receive help from a giantess named Shakura from the nearby Howling Crag. Shakura speaks of madness since her uncle, the chieftain, was cursed by purple rocks. Sunny communes with nature and discovers that an aberrant earth creature is polluting the region. Bravely, the party teleports directly into the throne room of the mad giant chief, and a vicious melee ensues. We have some people that are in precarious, dire straits right now. So Howie is stuck inside a resilient sphere that his master put around him because he was just getting bombarded by all the earth creatures that were here. He's over half damage done to the cannon. that arrived one size category larger than it normally was and try to blow something
bombard.
away.
It's a bombard. It's a huge cannon.
We've got Mistra bravely attacking some galub dhurs, and Sunny flying around bat form, being a little bit of a Sunny. We've got Shakura, who finished charging some of the... I think she missed the medusa. No, she hit the medusa for 122 damage. Yeah, she hit one of the medusas. A trio of medusas that likely came from the Lost Mines region that survived the destruction of Queen Shephatiah.
Hey, Ahmed, describe how Thogrim knows they're medusas.
He's like, oh no, they looked at me. Those are medusas.
Thogrim right now is a stone statue. Amadeus has one grappled, and the three of them are not only medusas, but they also seem to have witch powers and might be a coven of Medusa. And Adam was...
evil eye beguiling whatever, ha, turned to stone.
Yep.
Roll 3 times.
Yep.
Whoa.
All right, yeah. So we're in the middle of melee. We've done three rounds so far. Oh, and Slake got grabbed by these weird rock moving or rock phasing pseudopods of a creature.
So Slake had to shut down to teleport.
Yep.
Yeah.
Whilst shut down, he was grabbed by a creature and pulled 15 feet into solid rock.
You know, one thing that burns is it takes 1d10 rounds for him to reactivate, right? And we rolled a 1, so he's 1 round. He's supposed to be up.
Yeah, he would have been up
that one round,
running around in combat. Yep. And then the chieftain himself just got wally mopped by Amadeus. Plus, I think he got lanced. Yeah, he's sitting there with almost 300 non-lethal and 100 lethal.
He got lanced and choked, and he got bitten by the horrible earth elemental.
So the caster that you suspect can cast 7th level spells by the descriptions of Shakura's uncle basically never got to cast a spell in this combat because you arrived and pounced on him right away. Good job. Oh, and you also turned their seneschal into a chicken. Castellan Bellastrea, whom Shakura apparently didn't like.
Where silly hats become silly animals.
Oh, the rules of Sunny. All right, so why don't we resume? I think the top of the round was Thane Arnak. Arnak is unconscious, but he is bleeding because of a critical, so he takes the damage as he bleeds all over his throne.
Okay.
Thane Arnak, let me just give you a bit of a description. I did, between games, roll up some of the treasure and defined it a little bit better. So Thane Arnak is wearing like a golden scale breastplate that likely came from a gold dragon.
Mm.
He also has a fiery great club that is crafted from bone, presumably also dragon bone. And he has a pair of goggles that he doesn't quite, he has like sort of around his neck instead of on his face at the moment, and a few other accoutrements that might be magical, including this really bold belt that has got like almost like rock crystal embedded along each of the links of the belt. And he's got a rod that is tipped with a ram skull that is also stuffed at the side of his belt. He has some gear.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to save this guy?
Accidentally disintegrate his face? And the 4 purple stones that are embedded in his forehead that are exactly like the ones that Barnabas has, except Barnabas wears 1. And he's got 4, and if you're looking very closely, 3 of them have lights and 1 of them does not.
Is there a pattern to them at all?
Yeah, like a diamond square shape.
Somebody's been stealing souls, so you know.
Well, one's for him, I assume.
All right, so the thing bleeds, and then it's Sunny and Mistra. Let's do Mistra first. So Mistra is actually pecking at these galub dhurs.
Yeah, she's airwalking and pecking at the galub dhurs who keep throwing things at Howie and herself, as well as Thogrim previously.
Yep.
She's gonna scooch up to the next galub dhur.
Okay.
And peck. Give me 1 second. Her attack is plus 22. Plus 23 from above. So her attack, AC 38.
Yeah, she pecks at it, and her attacks are magical, so she's actually breaking stones when she's pecking at them.
Haste attack, AC 32.
Also a hit. The galub dhur is trying to waver away.
Third attack, natural 1. AC 21?
AC 21 is a miss.
Missing point.
Well, something interesting might happen. So we will do the first 2 hits.
Yep.
And then we'll figure out what happens with the interesting one. So they take acid damage, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
All right, so it's just 3d6 plus 19. So 30 damage. And 27 damage, making 57 damage.
Oh, she's vicious.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Her acidy beak is creating smoking ruins. It's like she's really good at pecking rock to fill her own gizzard for digestion. So when she pecks these rocks, they're flying everywhere.
She does unarmed damage to herself. Does that mean her bite attack, or does that mean her unarmed damage? For
No, unarmed damage would be for a large creature, D4 plus strength.
D4 plus.
You didn't say natural
strength.
attack.
Plus any of the bards. Oh, any of the buffs or anything like that going on.
9 plus 3. She does 14 non-lethal to herself.
Oh, and then the acid, because acid actually applies to her.
Commute protection from arrows. We did not protect from. No protect from acid.
No, we
We
waited.
protect from acid. That's fine. It's 15 non-lethal damage.
Yeah, she pecked in really hard, and like there's boulders and bits of rock flying everywhere, and she got dunked a little bit.
Doing her job. Okay. Sunny.
Sunny, you know the ground is shaking and that there are things underneath the ground, including this weird aberrant creature and its appendages. Slake's yelling about something eating him, like something is actually like grinding against his back. And then the very large elemental, it's probably the largest earth elemental that you've seen so far in your time on Volcanica.
Gooched up into the sky, or the ceiling, didn't he?
Yeah, he went up into the ceiling, but he did look at you as you tried to send him back to the earth elemental plane. So
Yeah, well,
you can hear it moving around, and the like little bits of rock and stalactites are actually like falling down as there's elementals moving around, elemental moving around up there.
we're going to just go for a flippy flap.
Okay. You fly amongst the flying boulders that are being rained down upon Shakura. She's riding around on her giant mammoth.
Okay, we're going to... we're not going to go into Shakura's space, but we're going to just get close enough. We're going to, like, flap into the room. And we will spend a mythic point to break enchantment on Thogrim, who's got turned into a statue, and that's not useful.
Okay. Break enchantment.
The mythic point is to speed it up from being a minute of casting to a standard action.
And this is a divine spell that you're using, or
It is a divine spell.
Okay.
If you cast it as a wizard, do you have arcane? What's it called?
No.
That's why.
For such an effect, you make a caster level check, 1d20 plus cast level, maximum plus 15 against the DC of the effect, or 11 plus the cast level. So there's a check involved.
Okay. As Sunny has the power of, give me a second. Where does it come? It is.
I believe the Medusa witches had DC 24 as their save DC.
Eldritch Breach. You can attempt breaching magical defenses and resistances against your magic, and every attempt to cast level check to dispel an effect, overcome spell resistance, or otherwise determine whether or not your magic has affects a target, such as neutralize poison, etc. Roll twice and take the higher result.
Okay.
With the increased caster level, it's maximum plus 15, so it's plus 15. So 20 plus 15. 25 makes it.
25. Okay, so
Roll
Thogrim.
not needed.
So Thogrim, you
Oh, son of a bitch!
you are no longer petrified. He comes back swearing. There's a hiss from the Medusa, which she more so hisses at Thogrim and Shakura because Sunny is hard to see in his current form.
In the telepathic, or in the another round of the transcendental bond, we are going to just reassure Slake, just be hard to eat, and if you get pulled through the stone, try to think about how far you've moved.
I can't fucking move, and this better not be fucking magic you're talking. Get out of my head!
Oh, no. It's a spiritual connection. Purely spiritual.
All right. And then you hear kind of like the thoughts of Slake as he's gritting his teeth and girding himself as he's being grinded up a little bit. There's a thought. Slake thinks that there's one of the mouths that pulled him under is actually biting on him, and then he thinks that there's a much larger mouth underneath that is now kind of grinding at his back. So we're just going to move a token from the darkness, representing the main body of the beast.
Hey, buddy. Oh, no. For some reason, just a bigger one of the tentacles is even more disturbing.
As this tentacle, they're attacking. What was the penalty on Slake's AC when he's just lying there?
When he was paralyzed, it is flat-footed.
Yep.
-5 for no dex, -5 for no strength, and then no strength bonus. So it's like your 10 plus your bab, -10 or -14. 10 plus your bab,
He
-14.
technically can move, but there's no space for him to move in. So I think he still has his strength score now. But
so it'd be 10, his normal one minus his dex, -4 for prone, -5 for being paralyzed.
So a total of minus.
It'd be -9 minus whatever his dex is.
Yeah. Okay.
Before it was 10, so this
So
is much
don't
better.
roll a 1.
All right. His dex is +2. He does have uncanny dodge, which is strange. He's awake, so I don't think he loses.
So actually, doesn't lose any dex. He's just prone.
Okay. Prone is 42. He got hit by the big mouth. And what does 48 become when you increase the size by 2?
By 2?
Oh, by 1. Sorry, by 1.
68 on this chart.
Okay. 68.
Which, those who are remembering the last recording, we were having a disagreement with Ahmed, and Ahmed was right.
Yep.
Ahmed was right. We
Well,
were wrong.
the new chart, the way they wrote it was really annoying. Okay, Slake just took 44 damage.
You see that smile on Ahmed's face? That's nice. 44 damage. Okay.
Yeah, this gets through his adamantine DR, but does not get through his just Forsaker DR, which I think is 3. I gotta check.
Does he have Barbarian DR?
Yeah, it stacks with his.
Nice.
He's got DR 5 with Forsaker. I don't know if he's a high enough level barbarian to get DR. No, it's all Forsaker. So -5 is 39 damage.
Is it coming from below or on the side?
Oh, there's one of the little bastards to the side of me, and the big thing is below. Get out of my head!
Maybe you should try venting.
All right. The other tentacles. Let's see. What do these things have for senses? They can sense within. Oh, they can also see. Okay. No, one of them's poking up right now, and that one was attacking Howie, but Howie is inside a resilient sphere.
Yep.
There's a chicken running around.
Chicken is air walking around.
No, there's this.
Sorry. I was thinking of
the small chicken.
The actual
the
chicken.
Small chicken.
Tremors is one of the scariest movies of like the B horror movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in case anybody's wondering.
All right. Well, it's going to go into the ground or into the column. It's going to start moving and move over here. It's still in the ground. So
I think everyone's airwalking from our
tentacle. Side. And then I think there's one more. Did I put it in the darkness? It got really badly injured. Yeah, there's one more. That I think is gonna. It comes out of this column. Kind of where Sunny was flying around.
Oh, they're trying to eat me.
Yep.
Oh, you bastard.
I think that's it. Yeah, this big nodule of stone comes out, and it's got grinding teeth and this strange mouth hole, and it grabs at the air. These ones you can't see, but Slake is describing the things that are biting him, and then the other one you're not sure where it went. One was destroyed, I think, by cannon fire.
One got blasted into nothingness, and then one retreated because it got its ass kicked.
Yep.
Oh, the one that tried to eat Sunny.
Yeah. Amadeus and Gordon. All right, Amadeus is currently grappling this medusa.
Can Amadeus grapple two creatures at the same time?
Amadeus...
I didn't see... I know there's a stance that does that.
I don't know if he has that stance, but he used to have the one where he cut the throat, but I don't think he does that anymore. Now he does other things.
I've been reading.
He does have something called choke hold. Let's see what that does.
Is this the non-lethal double non-lethal damage against grappled foes?
Chokehold. See, that's why you should put links. Now I gotta go look for it instead of just going. Click.
You're incorrect.
I am correct.
Okay.
Chokehold is where they start suffocating. They also can't talk.
Yeah, that's not the correct one to use.
Yeah, these things are just.
I think the first thing you need to do is make a grapple check.
It's a grapple check. Yeah. Maintain grapple as a single action.
Spells, we have haste. We have. He's using a CMD to grapple. Okay. Any bonuses? Haste?
Not a lot. There's haste.
You get a +5 because it failed to break the grapple on its.
Yeah.
67.
Yeah, you maintain the grapple, which means you do damage.
And I think he chooses to do non-lethal damage, so he does double damage. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell that is.
Yeah. Melee.
Wait a second. Think like Mark. Mark puts this stuff right in front. Grapple.
It's not in the front. I've been looking through the sheet. What's his reach, by the way?
So the average damage on his grapple is 37. So it's 37 damage.
Okay.
And let me just find.
What said double damage, right?
Well, I'm just trying to find where that is.
Yeah, I don't see the word non-lethal or double on your character sheet.
Yeah.
No, I lied on about double.
Doubles everywhere. Yeah, if it's from a feat, then Double non-lethal grapple. 1 second.
His characters as well.
It's pinning knockout. While you have an opponent pinned and you succeed a grapple check to deal an opponent non-lethal damage using an armed strike or one-hand or melee weapon, double your damage. So his first grapple is to pin, or she's already pinned. So that first grapple is to pin, and then the attacks are double damage.
Okay, so add another 30. Add another 36 damage, basically.
Yeah.
36 or 3. Oh, there it is.
Mark makes his sheets like I do, where you're supposed to know what the feats do.
37, so 60, 74 damage.
Yeah, 72 non-lethal. Okay.
Okay, you can
So
now.
yeah, he's pinned her and he's basically smushing her face into the ground. She's
you could probably do two more attacks to do extra damage to knock her out, because you got 2 more actions. Right? It's a move action to pin.
It's a move to pin.
A move to maintain because he's got greater ground.
move to maintain, and then a move to pin,
And then he's got
and
attack
then an
and
attack
a haste.
and a haste. Yep.
Yeah, so 2 more punches.
At -5, -10.
Yep.
So, question.
-2 for.
Does it make sense to stun the one that he can reach to the south of him?
He could try to donkey kick that one.
Yep.
Like to stun her?
Yep.
Yeah, so sure, throw a donkey kick at that one.
And this is at -5.
This would be at a -5, and you can choose
So-
whether or not to power attack. It's up to you.
No, we just want to stun her. We don't care about the damage.
Okay.
So plus 23, plus 24.
So
the haste.
his attack roll is plus 33.
Where'd you get the 30?
I'm looking at his sheet. -5 is plus 28. Plus 1 for haste is plus 29.
Cool.
Okay.
Roll.
Good for a secondary attack.
36.
Okay. That hits.
Okay, now is the creature immune to acid?
She is not.
Okay, so
Okay,
31,
so it's
31 damage.
2d8. Oh, you're doing it just straight.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
31
All right,
normal damage.
31 damage.
And then
a fortitude save.
40 to save against the
The stun.
stun. Let me check the stun DC.
Okay,
Stun DC.
they're pretty hardy because of their
They're all
their
dice.
base race. Yeah.
Yeah.
33 on the.
So
It's
it would
25.
be 25.
25.
Yeah. Okay. So that's fine. And then the last attack on the pinned foe just to knock it
Yeah.
out. So it would be plus 24.
Crit.
Not 20. Okay, roll to confirm the crit.
28.
Her AC while pin drops by how much?
4.
Okay, her AC of 32 drops to 28, so you confirm the critical.
Awesome. So the double damage probably doesn't it's just triple damage. So what's the crit? On crit?
Standard. Magic, piercing, slashing, roll, bludgeoning.
It'd be bludgeoning. It'd have to be
Yeah.
bludgeoning.
Standard addition if the
She's
target
not
is
prone, so
prone.
you bash her to the ground, you pinned and prone.
It's a superhero or like a Dragon Ball Z punch where you
pick
slam
her up
them into the ground.
and- Okay.
That's
All
awesome.
right. So 3 damage.
It'd be 93 damage. 93 non-lethal.
31. Yeah, you just triple. Okay.
Okay. 3 is 75, 90 is 165. She is out.
You're tripling the acid.
Give her 6 hit points back.
She is still out. Out cold. It looked like she also had bleeding from something too.
I think was it shot by? It might have been shot by Thogrim.
He shot the one on the shot
okay.
somebody. I can't remember who he shot.
That's fine.
Bleeding from something.
All right. Well, she's unconscious. Amadeus can basically end the pin.
Yes. Which means he can start a new one if he wants.
Yep. All right. So that was Amadeus being very effective. Thogrim and Howie. Thogrim, what are you doing?
Okay.
This lady is looking right at you. She also looks very concerned about the Titanic stone giant lady with the big naginata riding the truly gigantic mastodon who's stamping on air.
So
she wants to get away from this.
Yeah, she does. I'm gonna do something else. Does Sunny say anything to Thogrim?
Slake currently needs to be unburied. Some disintegrates would be nice. Just sort of everything in the area.
We need a.
Is this in the telepathic bond or your little spirit link, or is this
the spirit link?
Okay.
Nobody else in here knows what disintegrate means, as far as Sunny knows.
Yeah, I just want to make sure the little bat's not yelling about disintegrate.
No, disintegrate the thing. No.
So if I take a move there,
yep.
Use a mythic point to cast. I just want to see if I have if Thogrim has
disintegrate prepared.
I'm not getting. No, I mean use mythic points. I mean, we need to get Slake out now.
If you have a disintegrate prepared and a mythic point, you could quickly disintegrate.
I need to get there though because one's going to take me 10 feet.
And a approved initiative action to move over there, or a cloak of get your ass over there. A quick runner shirt plus those.
That's what I'm checking. I don't know if Thogrim has the quick runner.
Okay. Are you a 3rd tier mythic creature? Sorry, Marty, I'm helping out.
Nope, no, there's only 2 of you, so go ahead. Sunny also can coordinate via telepathic bond, so I'm a little less concerned about
use your mythic juice to get over there.
He doesn't have the quick runner shirt.
Okay, are you a 3rd tier mythic being?
No, he's 2nd tier.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm 2nd.
That's right. Sunny was a little bit ahead of everyone.
Never mind.
Just move faster. I'm like, I can't move faster.
I was just a statue a second ago.
So this is what was the height differential for this ledge? It was 10. Was this 10 for these stairs?
It's 20 feet for the ledges, and this is probably about a 10 foot.
Look, there is a way to do it. It's just expensive. It could be worth it. You mythic point teleport to the spot where I'm gonna blast.
I don't know if you want to be touching the ground there, dude. I think teleport. No. We don't want to teleport anywhere around here. They're going to know you're there.
Well, no.
No. They know you're there.
Well, if I disintegrate the ground below me, does that affect me?
Well, then they won't know you're there when it's gone. But. Do it however you can. If it takes 2 rounds, that's fine. Sunny also has disintegrate. We can do this. Don't worry, we can do this, Thogrim. Just do your hottest. But try to do your hottest faster and don't touch anything.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I mean, Thogrim's trying to stay in the middle of the room. He gets to 90 feet.
That you're flying or running along the air?
Yeah, he's flying.
He's got fly, haste, and
actually, wait. Hold on. We've got. I'm going to be able to fly, and then mythic point anyways. So I have a haste attack, right?
Yeah. Either way, you have a haste attack. Yeah.
I have a haste attack. And you're right.
Before you leave, a parting screw you.
I'm gonna.
Before you're shooting.
I'm not gonna shoot her. I'm actually gonna throw a bomb at her.
Okay.
And
do you have anything that would let you throw bombs as a swift action, or is it
a
haste
swift?
Attack?
If you'd need fast throw,
I have. No, I don't. But I have special.
Yeah, fast bombs. That's what you would want.
I'm a master grenadier. An accurate toss, double toss, immediate blast. Nope. Safe blast, swift pull. You can draw a momentum weapon. Agreed. It's a free action, allowing you to make 1 iterative attack when using the full round. No.
Okay, so I think it's shoot the gun.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Might as well just shoot her from here.
Well, okay, swift pull. You can draw an alchemical weapon or grenade as a free action, allowing you to make one iterative attack while using
On a full round.
That's fine. Full round actions need to always be adjudicated in the 3-action system. So effectively what this means is you can draw a grenade.
A grenade, not a bomb.
And then throw a grenade or an alchemist fire.
I have quick draw.
Yes. You can okay, well then with both of those you can do a single attack with a alchemical or grenade weapon. Like you could throw 3 grenades around. Is effectively.
Can I throw my bomb with that?
No, because bombs are kind of crafted. You have to do the thing and make the bomb and then throw it. Okay. Standard. There is a alchemist discovery called fast bombs that would allow you to do that.
Okay, that's fine. All right. No, let's just shoot her straight up and then run away.
Okay.
So haste attack.
This is the one that's like standing right beside you, that's looking at you.
the one that did. No, it was the other one that did the thing. But
I think he wants to provoke an AO.
All right, yeah. She'll take an AO.
The 8 images, I don't know if she's seeing through those.
Yep. She has a dagger in her hand. She swipes at you. AC 23.
Oh, it's a miss. I don't think it even hits an image. I know it doesn't hit an image.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Does she have combat reflexes? The confused look. Nope. Okay, so when he runs away, that AOO that would have been there anyway, like it's a zero-sum game. It's just
Shakura flinches a little bit. She has to pull back the elephant as you come back through the curtain.
There's about to be a blast. She's about to be shot in the face, Bugs Bunny style.
Yep.
Right. So the musket's gonna do.
What AC did you do?
Not a musket. My AC to touch is 37.
Okay, that hit the Medusa.
Plus 17.
She did have a bit of force armor on, and she had a shield spell, but
that's okay. They had like 3 rounds to cast spells or 2 rounds.
23 damage.
Okay, she's very, very injured. 145 damage. Swipes you with the dagger. You blow a hole in her shoulder. All right, so that was your haste attack. Now you're moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly back 90 feet, and my let's fly back 90 feet.
Okay, Shakura can't see you, but she.
I'm coming to get you. All
right, so you're speaking. She's like, "Whoa!" and she's like pulling. She's saying "whoa" in giant to Tuss not to touch not to attack the thing that's flying. She wouldn't have got an AOO, but she didn't notice you flying through the curtains.
Now I'm flying in the middle of the room. Can I see where I'm going to hit?
You see where Slake disappeared into the ground. You see that spot.
Okay, so I attacked.
You can also see Howie floating around, and he's floating around in the sphere.
Master, I'm a little fucked up.
Yeah.
I will use a mythic point to. I have disintegrate prepared.
You have 2 actions left. So you save the mythic and just blast it out.
But do I know if I'll be able to see the second part?
We don't know.
Okay, so just cast it regularly then.
Okay, you're casting disintegrate on the floor, just in a 10 by 10 box, basically.
Yeah.
I think Ahmed's asking if he could could you mythic point to cast a spell, then mythic point to cast a spell. I don't think you could do that.
I think we said you could.
Oh. Yeah, you could.
If you're thinking of doing it that
start
way,
spell canning things off, and if you want to be cool like that in one round, then sure. Are you doing that?
Can I see the rest of? Can I see?
He's wondering if he can see the bottom of the 10 foot.
Yeah. You'll be able to target at least that far corner and move it backwards.
Yeah, then I'll do it twice.
Okay. You As a mythic caster, you fire your gun, move, and you whip off 2 disintegrates. Roll the attack rolls for the disintegrates because you do need to hit the ground. The AC of the first one is 5. The second one will be 9 because you are firing down and there's cover from the lip.
Oh, you're going very quickly. Oh, good work.
All right, the whole cavern shudders at this. Like, you may have hit, like, membranes or philia or something that was part of this creature that is starting to pollute the actual earth itself. But yeah, there's this big dusty pit, and you can actually hear Slake like moving around. Slake is now freed from the ground. It does feel like there's motions as there's all sorts of dust being kicked up. That Slake is down there with something else, but he is now prone. He would have fallen 5 feet, so he takes no damage, but he is prone at the bottom of the pit. Just thrashing around.
There's a Slake in a hole in a cave at the bottom of the giant cavern.
Right. The gorgon.
Sorry, just I have reloading hands, which
reloads your gun for you.
Reloads my gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once an action, once per round.
The gorgon is at 70 damage from stomping around in this horrible spike stones. It is not doing anything. It is readying an action to headbutt anything that comes near. I added something to the initiative called Shogo and Zorsa.
Crap.
Shogo and Zorsa. Hey, they were on that list of people who could have been there. We're loud.
Yeah, you guys have been attacking, and well, hey, what's attacking our home?
We fired a big goddamn cannon.
Yeah, exactly. What's attacking our home? And we'll go up this way and see what's going on.
Crap.
Drink a potion, cast a spell, live in a few rounds. Okay. Stone giant brutes. These are the guards for the Thane. They are the loyal guards of the Thane.
Kick some ass! Thogrim yells too.
They can't see Thogrim. They can see Sunny.
Nope.
And they can see Shakura and Tusnod. Okay. This one loses 1 action because of a AOO or something. Or, sorry, a critical miss. He is going to try to stride forward. He moves 15 feet along the ground.
So he takes that's stone spike stones, that entire area.
16 damage.
16 damage. He also incurs an AOO from both Shakura and Tusnot.
Does he
he has to make a reflex save?
Otherwise it doubles speed.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
That doubles distance, I mean.
His reflex save. Stone Giant.
24 is the number you're trying to hit.
Yeah, no, he got a 17.
So he's just half move speed.
I'm back in the second. I'm just going to put the kid to bed.
Half move speed, and this place is already considered
difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain. Okay, let me just move him back 15 feet, because he has movement of 40. So he started taking damage, he got 10 in, and now every square costs 20.
Yes.
So he 25, and he's like yelling as these spikes are hitting him in the ankles and his shit, underneath his heels. So he actually has to go into his second movement to get here, and he only had 2 actions this round. So as he was hopping on his feet and trying to avoid the damage, he's going to get whacked with the Naginata, and Tusnot's going to try to hit him. So that's all he'll get to do. That sucks for him. Shakura gets the AOO first. She is power attacking, but trying to pull her blows. She does not look like she's interested in slaughtering her own people. And there is a bonus from her legendary size. Okay. AC 39. Hits the AC of the giant. And the damage is all weird now. Okay, so what does a D10 become when you're huge?
So a D10 medium?
A D10 at... Oh, okay. So we have to actually start from... Because the new table is Naginata.
Was started as...
A Naginata starts out at... Oh.
2d4.
Oh, I have to go to the Eastern weapon.
Eastern weapons table, yeah. That's where all the broken shit is.
Naginata is a D8.
D8, okay. So one size becomes 2d6. Huge becomes 3d6.
Okay. Which is... Alright. Huge is 3d6. 3d6 plus 20... 3d6 plus 36 plus 3, another 4 from strength. And she doesn't have any elemental attacks on this. Alright, she biffed the giant for 50 non-lethal. He's still up. Tusk Knot. The massive elephant, shaggy elephant-like beast.
Nice.
He's got a gore. 1d20 plus... So 22. He's attacking with power attack, not pulling its blows. He's kind of a dumb animal. He hits, no crit, I believe. Okay. And I'll refigure out the big creature that her animal companion damages later. For now, 34 real damage, so 50 lethal, 50 non-lethal on the stone giant that ended up hopping his way forward and not actually getting to attack because of the previous round's critical miss and the increased movement that he needed to move to get within reach. However, he is wielding his heavy pick dangerously. And, yeah, we're going to call him Bloodied with the second hit. The other brutes, so this one sees Sunny, sees that the ground is hurting, and...
Sunny has no idea why the ground would hurt. I don't know.
He's gonna throw some boulders at Sunny.
Okay, I'm just calculating Sunny's current AC.
Okay. Does an AC 37 hit?
An AC 37, it would have hit if Adam didn't calculate his AC, because it's actually way better than what was previously written here. So diminutive bat Sunny gets a plus 13 AC from diminutive bat.
Yep. Size bonus and dex bonus.
Size, dex bonus, exactly. So 18, 28, 31, mage armor becomes 34, shield becomes 38, barkskin becomes 43 AC. For a 44 AC with haste, his combat Sunny.
All right. One of the boulders bounced off some of your force effects. The other two boulders missed. The last one of which is a critical miss.
Nice.
Deck check or fall prone and be stunned. Okay, this one fell on some of the spikes and is now prone and stunned for a round. Slipping on some of the rocks and slammed out on the ground. He looks hurt and he's not having a happy time.
I miscalculated that a little bit. It's 4 lower, so it's AC 39. Did that pop any images?
Yeah, it hit one of your images.
One images? Okay, yeah. I pulled an Ahmed on
that
my
first attack missed by 2.
Yeah.
This giant brute is throwing rocks at Tusknot. He thinks if he could take out the Earth Rider's mount, that
we won't come and destroy him.
Yeah, something like that. They get a size bonus of +5 net to their AC with legendary proportions, but this thing doesn't have legendary proportions. This is just an enlarged animal, so I think it's net +0. The AC of the big elephant thing is 34. So that first one hit, the second one missed, and the third one missed, which means Shakura on the first hit is going to roll a ride check. The DC is 26, so 38. She has to get above a 38 to avoid the damage. And her ride check is +35.
You can do it. You did
Okay.
it.
She gets a 50. She lurches the mount out of the way, and the rock bounces off some of its armor. And then this last stone giant is reaching into Thane Arnak's pouch.
Oi!
And it's going to feed Thane Arnak one of his potions. Now, he doesn't know which potion is which, but he's just going to start helping.
Oi! Did I mention oi?
Let's see what Thane Arnak's treasure is.
What the fuck, he's gonna like plane shift or some shit? Like, no! Does he know a grand alchemist?
Looks like Arnak has 2 types of potions on him. 4 potions total, so I'm just gonna roll which one. He gets fed one of the cures moderate wounds potions. So he gets healed.
He's got non-lethal and lethal.
2d8 plus 3. It's not a whole lot, but
double.
10.
Double.
10 lethal. First, it stops the bleed.
Yep.
Second, it gives him 10 lethal back and then 10 non-lethal back. But look at that non-lethal. 284.
Oh, absolutely pile-drived into the ground.
Yeah. Don't think that's enough.
It's another thing to keep track of, this bastard over here.
He had 336 hit points.
Oh no, if he does that again.
336 minus 284 leaves him with 52. Yeah, okay, so he's still unconscious.
Another one of those and he'd wake up with like a hit point. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, he basically fed him one of the potions that he had in his belt. As a full round action. Alright, those were the brutes. The Karak hags. Well, Amadeus.
How you doing, ladies?
They hiss at each other in a language that you guys don't understand.
It's not Aklo?
No.
Okay. Although I don't really know if I think Amadeus has Aklo as a bonus.
He has Aklo and
yeah. No, it's not Aklo.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this language hasn't made its way onto your
freaking ancient Greek or something.
Yeah, we would call it because there's no Greek. We would call it Olympian or Titanese. Would be the 2 different languages that I don't think have permeated through this adventuring party yet. There's a few others, but yeah, they hiss at each other in that, and they're gonna try to either screw up Amadeus. Yeah, they don't like Amadeus. So
You're too close to me.
this one is going to quicken Ill Omen Amadeus.
I don't like you.
That's there's nothing. There's no save, right?
Nope.
Does it have an AOO?
No, the DC of... Oh, wait a second. to cast this defensively with their levels. The 3 higher 21 DC is if they roll a 1, they fail on the quicken.
So quicken spells usually don't provoke AOs. So quickened other actions probably I'd be happy with that. Also not.
Yeah, no, they didn't screw up. And then so Amadeus is ill-omened, which I think means at their caster level that the next 2 rolls, it might be 3.
I think it was 3.
Every 5 caster levels that they have. Yes, it's 3. Borderline 4. So for the next 3 rolls of d20s, he rolls twice and takes the lower, or he makes a spellcraft check and understands how he's screwed, and he can take a move action on his turn to wave away the bad juju. No, he doesn't have to roll.
He pile drives his way for problems.
All right. Then she's going to take a readied action, because this one is going to hex Amadeus. There is no AOs involved in supernatural ability hexes. And she actually has to 5-foot step and then hex.
I'm not an animal.
She's gonna hex defensively just because she doesn't want to get bapped by by Shakura again. And then Amadeus needs to make a DC 24 will save, but he has to roll twice. Take the lower 2 results, and she is going to misfortune Amadeus.
Okay. Is this a
roll 3 times?
Type effect.
Misfortune hex.
The misfortune hex. So this is a save against having to roll 3 times instead of just rolling 2 times.
Yep.
So okay, Ahmed, he's got a plus.
It is not an enhancement enchantment.
Enchantment. So he's got a plus 21, Ahmed.
It's 21, right?
Don't worry. Since you're such a good roller, we're gonna let you roll this.
They forced me to do it, Mark. Don't let Ahmed
They're
roll.
super cursy. I like these ladies.
I was 24.
Oh!
Okay,
Yeah, that's good.
Roll again. There we go. So we don't have to roll 3 times on the next nonsense.
Okay, so he's not misfortuned.
Nope.
And she had to 5-foot step.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. And then this one's ready to action goes off, which is a flash of angry eyes to turn Amadeus into stone.
Is this action AOable?
Nope. But so it's 2 rolls with a plus 22. It's fort save, I think, or is it a will save again?
It's fort save.
Fort save.
This is against being turned to stone.
Plus 22 on the fort save. Think we're not stone.
28 is the lowest.
Okay.
I think Amadeus is licking his lips.
All right, that wasn't. That wasn't good. Okay, everything's happened pretty quickly.
I think you looked at me funny.
Slake, I think.
Hey, you can move.
I think it's just.
Raging.
Yeah, he's gonna rage. He's gonna, from prone. I think he's just gonna start punching.
He's gonna trample by flailing around like a small child in a crib.
He's punching the main mouth, like the big mouth.
Okay.
Don't forget his
body. What's that?
His regen.
Oh yeah, he regens 3.
It's been a few rounds, so it's effective.
So angry. So angry. Okay, raging.
Oh man, we did it. We got all the people back in the fighting.
Now let's keep everyone alive. Howie's he's fine.
He's fine. He's like familiar.
He's fine.
He shot the Thane in the face. He's good.
Did he though? I don't think he shot him.
He shot somebody.
He shot the hand, the
yeah.
maw for critical.
All right.
300 damage.
The Gricketog thing has an AC of 30. You know what? I think he's going to surge.
Okay.
on that last hit to hit 3 times.
Well, if you're not casting spells with the mythic points, might as well do some.
Right. Cavern shudders a little bit. He is getting through the Grickatog's damage reduction, because he has got adamantine fists. And let's see, power attacking... Oh, what was I rolling? Plus 31. Yeah, power attacking, raging mutagen, which he drank right before he teleported, is d6 plus 44. So 3d6 plus 132 damage. It's done 139 damage to the Grickatog body. Oh yeah, there's something that groans. Ooh. The whole cavern shakes a little bit.
He's locked!
And Slake is not a mythic tier 3, so he doesn't get any other actions. He was not hasted. He is just being angry.
He is angry baby in a crib.
Wait, wasn't he hasted?
No.
No.
Because I don't like being punched in the jaw by Slake when he wakes up.
Didn't we say we buffed him while he was unconscious?
No, not like that.
What happened to me?
No. We don't betray the trust the first time. We do that later.
We do it when it's like fighting the final boss? Yeah, I get you.
All right, I had Rock Dragon on here. You don't know if it's here or not.
That was just because Ahmed was like, but the Rock Dragon's coming. And it's like it was described as a different part of the world. It might be here, but it's not supposed to be.
Shakura. All right. Does she go help out Amadeus? I think she's going to go help out Amadeus.
Wow.
I think she's going to charge to here.
Destroy this thing.
Yeah.
And then smack that.
Tusknot is going to overrun the... overrun the Medusa Witch.
Yep.
Stamping along the air. She is going to take a reflex save against the trample. $31. It's a pretty good save.
Mm-hmm.
Tusknot's DC, which goes up by 1 with the spell it's going, is 27. Yeah, the thing forgoed the attack of opportunity to avoid it, and they take half damage. Okay.
Please go under. Please go under.
So instead of 27, it's 13.
How you doing? 145 damage.
She's still up.
Ah!
Shakura's charge, however, on the one to the south.
Can the elephant attack as well?
She's so big.
Yeah, the elephant has reach, so it's going to charge her as well. She's going to do her attack first. She's so big. Yeah. She's going to power attack, because why not? She's very big. And there's no bard song. She's technically higher than it.
It's a haste.
And haste, thank you. AC 43 is a hit. So this is times 2 damage on a charge. It's not a lance. So 6d6 plus...
Is the original damage 66?
3d6.
3D.
That adds 4 for the... So she's at 40 plus 40. So her Naginata comes swiping in for 102 damage on the charge.
Nice.
The Medusa Witch needs to make a Fortitude save. or die. She does not die. Now, Tusknot on the charge is going to Greater Bull Rush her away,
Nice.
which would then provoke AOs.
With the AO, I would say, because you've got
Once per
Amadeus
round,
there.
when the animal companion hits an opponent with a charge attack, it can initiate a bull rush against the target as a free action. So it's trying to hit the thing and then gets to free action a bull rush.
I would say deal with this creature, because Amadeus is going to deal with this one.
Too late. That one. Well,
Shit.
it's not going anywhere. Should be a +1. Roll 2 ones in a row. Take 1 point of con damage. Okay, some falling rocks hit Tusknot in the head.
Cracked one of its tusks.
Yep, 1 con. All right. He should have actually some slightly bigger bonuses in there because Atavism is also giving him the advanced.
Atavism, yeah.
The advanced simple template, which is awesome, but 2 ones in a row can't do much with that.
Nope.
All right, so it trampled. She did her charge attack, and unfortunately, this thing didn't get pushed away because if they got pushed away, then she would get AOs. But where we are, where we're at.
That's a very good combo.
Tordazahag, the Great Elder.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? I ain't nowhere over there. I mean, if you punch my bird, I do terrible things to you. If you punch me, I'll be annoyed. You punch my bird, I'll do terrible things to you.
Tordazahag comes out of the column. It's looking around for the bat.
I didn't see it.
There you are.
It does see the bird. Thogrim's invisible, so I think it's actually coming down to see Mistra. It's got a tremendous reach.
How you doing, buddy? How you doing, buddy? Okay, let me just quickly grab Mistra's AC.
Massive stony hand coming down and a big slap to try to crush the bird.
Okay, Mistra's AC is plus, so 38, 39, 43, 44, AC 45.
Okay, AC 45 is the hit.
Mirror images.
How many mirror images?
4 mirror images.
How many?
4, because Mark said you're an idiot if you don't cast the spells like you're supposed to, you dumbass.
All right, so you got 4 images.
Yep.
It hits Mistra.
Okay, perfect. I protected my images.
They're important.
Okay, she takes 32 damage from the slam.
Ow. Mistra is... She's not bloodied, so we're okay.
Okay, so it attacks the second time. 37 is
a miss and not even
miss
images.
and no images. Okay.
Okay. Thogrim's bleeding 1, so I'm going to increase my damage by 1.
Okay. Castellan Bellastrea moving away from loud noises and pecking at the ground and running around.
Sunny admiring his work, going like, we realize, Thane, that... Anyway.
The galub dhur seem to be concerned that their fellows are being
pecked to death.
Pecked to death. They turn into boulders. It's almost like they curl up into boulders and then start rolling around. These are the ones to the south part of the map. Let's see what their movement rate is. Okay. Coming over to help. Fortunately, they're not very quick. Oh, this one's hurt.
The curse of the earth elemental. It's the 20-foot base move speed.
Yeah, or 30 feet when they're rolling around. It's like
Which is cool.
Do they take an action, or is it a free thing?
I think it's just
Rockbots, roll out.
Yeah, Rockobot, roll out. That's exactly. It's so cool.
All right, this bird's being mean. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is this guy's going to rolling charge to hit Mistra.
Okay.
Kind of turns into a ball and then comes out with a big fist. And it's going to try to hit her. Does she have more than 10 feet reach?
No, she does not have more than 10 feet reach.
Okay, AC 36.
Doesn't hit nothing.
All right, its powerful charge doesn't go off then. And then the other one beside him is going to take a step back out of reach and then raises a big wall of stone. Little gap over here. Wall of stone's about 10 feet high.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you.
Well, literally, it's bark.
Yeah.
I know that spell is what it blocked.
Oh yes, this was all smart now. Thane Arnak, just sleeping on his
He's
throne.
not bleeding.
I think I'm gonna shoot him just to, just keep him down. Quiet.
Sunny and Mistra.
Mistra has ranks in spellcraft because it's awesome.
So Mistra can see that there's a fight going on in the hole, a stone wall in front of her. There's a down galub dhur. There's a big weird appendage of stone with a mouth on it coming out of the column. And then there's also this massive elemental that's dominating this area.
So
she's threatened only by the elemental right now.
Yeah. Can I do Sunny first?
Yep.
Okay.
Thogrim yells at you. Come here and I'll give you a spell to make you invisible.
No, it's good. It's distracting for them.
Good enough.
Sunny is going to...
Sunny speaks Terran, right?
Sunny does speak Terran. Oh, yeah.
The big elemental is actually... It took you a moment to understand what it was saying, because it's speaking very slowly and very low. But it's saying, kind of, in this low rock cracking sort of way, this repetitive statement of, I want to go home, but I can't go home. I want to go home, but I can't go home.
Okay. Well...
This is Terran?
That's fine.
Yep.
Well, just agree to go this time. Sunny is going... Sunny will say that in Terran.
Yep.
Thogrim understands this.
I can't go home. I can't go home. The thing seems frustrated.
Okay,
Sonny, send it home.
Sunny.
Something might be binding it here, where it has to make it saving. It has to try to not go home.
Yeah. Sunny is going to banish it.
Okay.
Sunny will also present air as part of the banishment, which I believe is opposed to Earth in the...
Correct. Yep.
We are going to spend a...
What do you just present the air around it, or...
He's presenting the air around himself, like his,
okay.
As part of casting. I don't have any special air on me currently that I know of.
Oh, yeah, you do. You've got life bubble.
Oh, I've got pure air. I'm looking at the far cloud monster beneath me. I will sacrifice my life bubble.
Nice.
I will use my life bubble as a component of the spell.
Oh, Sonny's gonna die.
Which I think increases the DC when you're doing the banishing, right?
Yes. So a normal type substance is +1 breaking spell resistance, +2 on saving throw DCs, and a rare item is a +2 with a +4 on saving DC.
Okay, I'll let it be rare because you are sacrificing one of your battle buffs basically to make this. Yep.
Okay.
It doesn't like the feeling of the air, and it swipes instinctually towards you in a violent manner.
It's got this appendage near it.
Yep.
And that appendage is close enough that I'm going to try to, I will get it as well. Assuming it's, whether or not it's following the same rules.
So the Elder Earth Elemental that also has several templates applied does not have SR.
Okay.
This Grickatog weird thing, I believe, does.
Okay. So we will roll the crack SR.
No, it does not.
Never mind. We won't roll the crack SR. Okay. It will be fun. Is it a tentacle or is it a whole thing? I don't know. So I'm dispelling. Or banishing. I want these things gone.
Yep.
Now the save DC on this.
I think it's the smallest number of hit dice first. So the
DC.
Tordaza Hag, the Great Elder, is a 16 hit die.
Okay.
Giant Advanced Elder Elemental.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. We'll save.
Which is a CR appropriate encounter. Actually, it should be an easy encounter for your party.
It is fun to send it home.
Yep.
Because later when I need a monster elemental, I will go find him.
Yep.
31.
31? Okay, so he only has a plus 12 will save. Will save, right?
Will save, yep.
He gets a 21.
Okay.
He begins to collapse in on himself, and some of the boulders that are actually not part of him start falling out, and pretty soon it's like the air and the rock around him swallowed Tordazahag, and he is now gone.
Now, does this tentacle being have anything less than 14 plus 2 times 2? Is it 16 hit dice or less?
No.
Okay. Is this galub dhur an elemental that's on the wrong plane?
Let me check.
Sorry, the galub. Sonny didn't target the galub dhur. I have to target the creatures. He didn't.
Okay.
He didn't target the galub dhur, just in case it sucked up too much of the hit dice. Okay, so
the Grickatog just shudders a little bit, and the tentacle's still there.
All right, and then Sonny is going to be
too many hit dice.
Sonny is going to move a little bit. Okay.
Mr. Squawks at the big thing disappearing.
Okay. And then Sonny is going to tell Mistra to protect Thane Arnak's body from being disturbed.
Okay.
Go! So Mistra, with her very, very quick feet, is going to stop them from feeding potions to the Thane. Stupid assholes.
I'm gonna put a bullet in him any second now. Just to make sure, he's nice and
make sure he's nice and sleepy.
Okay, so Mistra is
running upon air.
Yeah, running upon air, and she's going to run.
Sit on him.
Basically, plop onto the that's. She could do this as a spring. No, she doesn't have enough reach. I think she gets attacked by the gorgon, and she.
No, the gorgon doesn't have reach, but the one stone giant brute does.
Okay. So AC 49 while moving.
Nice.
Got combat mobility. Yeah.
She was a spring attack build originally.
Swing in towards Mr. AC 31.
Nope. Okay, and Mistra has a haste attack and an attack left. She's going to peck at the gorgon, I think.
Okay.
Stupid bull thing.
Stupid bull thing. It's building up its breath again. Stupid bull thing.
Stupid bull thing. So Mr. is pretty smart, but Adam is not a huge fan of just like, oh, this thing that can turn things to stone is just out there spraying the gas. So we're going to hit it with a plus 23, AC 35.
Hits.
Second attack, AC 35.
Hits.
Does it take acid?
Yep.
Does it have DR of anything?
Nope.
Okay. So it's 66 plus 19 plus 19. 60 damage.
And 30. Thing has 80, 130. It's in single-digit hit points territory.
Okay, and
I want the controlling rod for it.
so it's not a construct. So he is repositioning himself in a way where he can go and see Slake.
All right. The Grickatog, because the body was being attacked, it's reacting by bringing all of its.
In the telepathic connection. How you doing?
This one took so long, like it was moved so far away that it took all of its actions to get back. This one only has a single attack. This one does have 3 attacks, and then the main mouth also has attacks. So let's see. Slake is lying prone, which I think might have been dumb. His prone AC with mutagen is 44. That's pretty damn good. The Grickatog main mons, 2 of them. AC 43 misses with the flank, and then they're rolling for 20s, the remainder of the attacks, which are 2. Almost hit and missed. And then the big mouth, AC 40 misses. Ow! AC 33 and not a 20. So Slake is in the thick of it right now.
Nice.
You can see the creature's tentacles moving up, like they're visible every once in a while, and you get the sense that it is basically acting very defensively.
Sonny, what's it? What elements can I damage it with?
Sonny hasn't taken enough time to figure out what it is yet, so.
Doesn't like cannonball.
Yeah, it doesn't like cannonballs.
Cannonballs and snake fists both do pretty well.
Amadeus and Gordon.
He's going to. Doesn't he have reach?
Yep.
Yeah. Come here. Come here. Yeah, so he's going to grab and grab.
So he can grab, or he can punch and then initiate a grapple using a style of some sort. But let's just grab. Let's just grab and punch.
How many hit points do you have left? 33. I think he's attack, like punch, and then initiate a grab.
Okay. One of the stances allows this. Make an attack roll.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to Amadeus. His 30.
It's funny how the martial characters, which like in your brain world would be like the easiest things, are so complex.
38
compared to like the
and
wizard.
Then you mix a little bit of magic into it. It's like, oh, I'm going to sacrifice a little bit of martial for some magic. The complexity gets turned to 10 very quickly.
38 damage.
Play some
30.
Cade, Adam. Play some
Cade's
Cade.
awesome. I will run Cade any day, all day. Fun day.
When Adam plays Cade turns into a kickboxer. Like literally like Van Damme kicks people. It goes.
I looked at Cade's character sheet, my eyes crossed, and went, no, I can't even. This is on its character.
I've got a presentation. We can do a presentation. I've got a PowerPoint.
I've got a PowerPoint.
There's a big at the top of the sheet.
Yeah.
There's a file you run. Tutorial.
It's a work.
All right. So what AC did you what AC did you hit? AC 38. Yeah, you struck the Medusa.
43 damage. Power attack.
Oh. 43. So 76. She's still awake. Barely.
Yeah. Initiate is the grapple a free action?
Yeah, I believe there's a grab, so it's a free action as part of.
Because if she's looking wobbly,
you could just punch her again if you want.
just try it again.
Okay, just punch her again. You're literally punch kick man. That's fine. Amadeus just slapping people upside the head.
Oh hell! Does 29 miss?
Her AC is 32.
Oh, we're mythic for a reason.
Okay.
43 damage.
How much that? 43?
43 damage.
Lethal?
He's leaving them alive, I think.
They're horrible Medusa monsters. 30 people.
I don't see any reason why to keep these things alive, even if you are good.
You know that they were you suspect that they were part of the horrible den of Medusas that you.
He does non-lethal to the other one because he does more damage that way. Like he doesn't.
You knocked her out. She's really, really bad. She hits the ground really hard.
So 2 attacks.
now you can go over to grab the other one by haste attack and initiate the grapple.
Yeah.
So,
can I grab her from here? Hold on.
Yeah.
So that the elephant can the elephant what do you call it? Yeah. Can the elephant what's it called?
It could trample if it moved back the other way.
Trample her while being grappled?
Yes.
Yep.
Amadeus goes flying around. He's gonna grab a hold of her.
So grapple. So this is minus 10, right?
Yeah. No.
No, but is this my grapple attack or do I have to hit her first, or how does this one work?
I think you're just making a grapple attempt. You used a haste attack, a normal attack, and then a grapple attack at minus 10.
Grapple.
Oh, you also move.
40
Shit.
plus 30.
I think he only grabs when he uses his mouth.
It might be. I can't.
Which he said he wasn't doing any anymore.
Okay, so attack, move, haste attack.
I thought he had a combat.
At 8th level, Totori gains grab special attack when using unarmed strikes and can use this ability against creatures of own size or smaller.
Yeah, so he doesn't need the tongue to do it anymore.
By spending 1 point from his key pool or against a larger creature by spending 2 points. So he does need to spend key to do this as an attack.
Okay.
It's not the tongue. It's not the tongue anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 1, but I have to strike.
Amadeus would
he still does an armed strike. He spends a key point to actually then grab.
I could see Amadeus old boying himself.
So I have to hit her first, though.
Yep.
37
hits.
Ooh, 18 is not within his. No, he's not. He doesn't have much creature range. So let's grab. Actually, damage is 43.
Puts us
it's an
at
attack.
198,201. So she's unconscious by 1 damage.
Grapple at this point, it doesn't make a difference. No point to grapple. He was
good job is what she says. I don't know who these ladies are.
The Medusas. From the caves, we know them. Finish them off.
Medusas are the reasons why we don't care to visit the valley beyond the wall.
Good choice.
Thogrim?
All right, what do we got here? Thogrim sees that.
Ding, ding, ding. You can see your cannon moving around in the bubble.
Yeah, we'll deal with you in a sec. There's this thing that's in trouble. That's causing.
It looks really hurt after being pecked at by Mistra.
Okay, let's shoot it.
Okay.
Just put a bullet into it.
All right, it's flat-footed, so its AC is.
Oh, not 20, but I can't crit it anyways.
Yeah, you can.
I can crit this thing.
It's not a construct.
It's bleeding underneath all those metal plates. It's got flesh and it's bleeding.
Ooh, looks like a crit to me.
All right, you're blowing a hole into the gorgon.
Critical damage reduced.
There's a famous statue of one of these things, like in Egypt near where Ahmed grew up.
Very likely. 1d6. Oh, they're a thing. They're in the desert. 1d6 to a random ability score.
Okay,
which
score is int? And how much damage? It now has 0 int, so it's unconscious.
Right on.
And then the actual crit damage.
Yeah, so the rifle does checking here. Rifle does.
It had 3 int and lost 3 int damage.
It's times 4, so it's times 3, which is 3d12. Sorry, this is 3d10s. 3d10 plus a lot. 3D.
You're blowing a hole in the back of its head.
51.
Yeah, its brain came out the other side, and then one hit.
I know. I'm still doing it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Normally people lose intelligence when their
brain is inside the skull.
You blasted the back end of its skull across the battlefield.
Looks at Mistra. She can't see him, but he goes like, "There you go."
A bunch of mist comes out of its mouth, but it seems to coagulate around the creature. The creature then turns completely into stone and is breaking apart as it's falling.
Okay. The gun reloads. He's going to. So that was haste. He's going to fly over to here, and he's going to kind of go up a bit.
Yep, there's a big dusty pit that you created that Slake is battling these creatures in. He's still lying on the ground, just bouncing off to the side.
Now, Slake reminds me, Slake heals from fire, right?
Yes.
Magical fire?
Yes.
Yeah, let's fireball this pit. See what happens.
Okay.
Slick might not like that.
What's the DC of your fireball?
These are consumables. The DC of the fireball is. There we go. Third be 22. 23 from Volcanica?
Mm-hmm. No, DC.
Volcanica doesn't add DC.
It adds caster level.
Plus.
What was the DC? Sorry?
22.
All right, so made it failed.
Oh no, plus 1 DC to fire descriptor spells stacks with elemental focus. Yeah, plus 23 because I'm a fiery dwarf of Volcanica.
Okay. There we go. You're in Azure.
Azure.
2 of them made it. 1 of them failed.
Oh, the big one's not in it.
Yeah, the big one is in it. Let me. And it made it.
Awesome.
They are 14. Not resistant to fire anyway, so they're still taking damage.
All right, 10d6. Or does what does Volcanica? Volcanica's bonus to fire spells.
Well, a +1 caster level. The thing is, fireball tops out at 10d6.
10. So 10d6. 29.
29. All right, so this one takes 14. 4. This one takes 14. So 132. You actually destroy one of the tentacles. You burn it away.
Mm-hmm.
This one failed, so it takes the full 29. And the main mouth takes 14.
Which one looks the most messed up?
53. This tentacle.
Shit.
And then the mouth. And then Slake, I think, heals 1 for every 3.
Ooh.
It's been a
that's
while
it.
since we've nuked Slake with, 1 for every 3, so he gets 9 hit points back. Stop that fucking magic!
Oh, my mistake. My bad. Oh, my mistake. Forgot about that. Sorry, Slake.
The fire and explosion clears some of the dust. Like you created a 20-foot pit of dust.
Yeah.
It clears some of the dust to the point where it's no longer providing concealment if you were shooting down into the pit.
Chop, chop, Howie. It's time to get into business.
All right, the gorgon is dead. I'm going to remove it from the initiative. It would have breathed next round. Shogo and Zorsa are making their way over to see what the hell is all this noise. Up here, no one's really paying attention up there. Rock creatures moving around. Stone giant brutes. Okay.
There's an angry chicken standing on their king.
Yeah, so this guy spends the round stunned, and he's no longer stunned at the end of his turn, but he's prone.
He's bowing to the king,
Yep.
Queen Mistra.
There's a big chicken threatening the king that tucked to the gorgon. We know it's a problem. So this one's going to swing his pick a few times. What's her AC?
45.
Okay. Oh, nat 20. AC 39 does not confirm the crit.
Image.
She's got 4 images?
4 images.
Okay. Image.
Okay.
Second clubbening. Third clubbening. Or picking. Oh.
Are you just racking up the 20s?
No. Just racking up the ones.
That should be 16. Come on. It's a critical miss, so he slipped. Take 1 point of con damage. All right, so
he picks himself in his own shin. Like,
because the ground is moving and spiky, he actually had to stand forward on the ground on a spike to actually swing harder against Mistra. And he's bleeding through his feet. This one is going to throw some boulders at Mistra. That first one is the dangerous one. AC 43, I think tags an image. And then the other 2, AC 33 and a miss.
Okay.
And then this guy over here. Oh. What am I going to do? All right, this stone giant. First, let's figure out. These guys haven't moved in a bit. This one actually got petrified. I think this one's chasing the chicken because it came up here with the chicken.
It knows
and has grabbed the chicken and is trying to shield the chicken from damage from this insanity. This stone giant brute. There is some concealment through these curtains. The witches are down. He doesn't like the witches. He doesn't want to go back there. So I think he's also throwing stones at Mistra. AC 37, not a 20, and come on, not a 20. Mr. being attacked from all sides. Face tanking the 200 hit point giants. Yay!
Yeah. I've got my spells running. It's like plus 14 AC from some magic.
Yep. The Karak hags, I think, are all down and bleeding. This one's unconscious. These 2 are bleeding. So the one to the north stabilizes at 1 damage. Yeah. Below max or below 0, and this one is on the verge of dying. She needs to roll. What's the DC is 10 plus the minus.
Yep.
So it needs to roll DC 29. It can't make this roll, so it basically bleeds out and dies.
Well, that's unfortunate for them.
Yeah, 220 is 20.
Oh, Thogrim bleeds again. 33 damage.
Slake.
How
Slake,
you doing,
stand
bud?
up.
Do you want to defensively stand up, or you just sort of like get up and I didn't hit you, so I might as well just stand up?
Slake could take an action to put his tower shield on,
Yep.
and then he could stand.
Yep.
Smart. Keep up.
He does incur an AOO from the tentacles.
That mouth mound is so nasty looking.
And then there's a critical miss in here. Yep. So one of the tentacles is stunned. What is the Cricketog's dex? +4, rolled a 16. Okay, no, that's fine. There's a lot of slapping around in there, and one of them tried to eat the end of the face side of his tower shield and grind it against the metal. It did not taste good. And now the big chungus misses. Like, all right, so he is now up. He's not sure if he can overrun these things because they're just gliding in the stone, so he's just going to fight. With the slam and the power attack and all the
slam and the power attack and the punching and the pain.
Yep. He punches the main body and hits for 1d6 plus 44 damage, 45 damage. The main body the whole cavern shudders again. Sonny, you don't like how connected this creature is to the surrounding rock?
Yeah, it's, you know, the idea of the structural boss?
The load-bearing boss?
The load-bearing boss. Yeah,
everywhere its tentacles have touched, Sonny, you suspect that it's corrupted the stone there, which is basically this entire cavern.
Mm-hmm.
That was Slake. Rock Dragon does not make its appearance, although it would be funny if it did. Shakura is not wasting any time with the downed Medusa witches and is going to basically turn her mount around, then comes charging out to help Mistra. Shakura is going to charge this particular giant. She's got the reach to do it. The mount is going to basically kill this Medusa witch by trampling it. It doesn't get to make its reflex save, so it just gets stepped on.
Squish.
Yep. And it does enough damage that it drops it to more than -20. She is going to attack this Gorgon Brute with the charge attempt at a -4. She's trying to knock out these brutes. Because this is a show of strength and not a show of strength campaign and not a murdering fellow clanmate.
This is a correcting of past negative behaviors.
Yep.
Yeah.
-4 +2 from charge, +1 from above, +1 from haste. AC 33. The brute's ACs are 33. I'm going to paste it just to show you that I'm not cheating. Yeah. All right. Their ACs are 33. So she hits. Does a ridiculous amount of non-lethal damage. 66 plus 80. 102 non-lethal to this giant. Tusnot then attacks the Stone Giant Brute, hitting with a charge. Man, animal companions have such shit babs.
Yes, they do. They
Like,
can't
oh,
hit.
it's this big-ass elephant with a 9 bab.
This is where trample is nice.
Yeah. Okay. With the spells, atavism, and it's plus 22 hits the AC right on. Plus, this creature was prone, so hit it well within, and then haste. Yeah, thanks, Howie. So it got gored for atavism. For 30 lethal damage. It's going to do its once per round forceful charge. It moved its current speed because it's got footpads of speed is 70. Did it move its full 70 speed? It did. Okay. So it gets a +4 to this bull rush. $32, and then with atavism, haste, and a spell that was up is another 4. It's a 38 on its CMD. The Stone Giant's, or CMB, the CMD of the Stone Giant is 36. 38 versus Bull Rush, but its prone is 34, which means he moves the giant 5 feet.
Aha!
Which I think provokes AOs.
It also takes damage from the ground.
Oh, it's so gross. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like being raked. It's being
like a cheese
raked
grater.
against the ground, cheese grater style. Yep.
The other 5 feet, right?
So he moved 5 feet. Yep.
Okay, so the ground does 5 damage.
Okay, and then it needs to make a saving throw, which it hasn't failed yet. I don't think this guy's moved very far. He fails, so he's at the -10 speed penalty,
He's at
or half
speed.
move, or half move.
Half.
Half move, okay. All right, and then Tusnot has Greater Bull Rush, so any movement provokes AOs from all of your allies, but not you. So
Mistra?
It's AC 40.
Mistra hits AC 40, and then Shakura,
this
who just finished her charge, also hits with the charge lance, and I think because AOs. She's still in the same action.
She's still in
she's
during
still
her
in the
charge.
same.
Yeah. It's as gross as you thinking it is.
Yep.
The advantage of the silly charge action is this is all a thing now.
All right. So 66 plus 80 non-lethal. She hit non-lethal. She did 103 non-lethal.
Mistra did 26.
Non-lethal or lethal?
She can do non-lethal. I didn't roll it, but I didn't roll. I'll only attack that way, so I guess it was lethal. She was just pecking.
That's fine. Yeah, sure. 26.
If Shakura's not providing enough buffer here.
Okay. This giant went from he was lightly injured into he is now unconscious. After being gored, pushed back, whapped with the side of the glaive, and pecked by Mistra, that giant down.
Cheese grated.
All right, so that was Shakura charging, and she got an AOO, and then now she gets a haste check.
Duck, Mistra. Or is she taking out the guy who's flanking her?
Yeah, she can do that. The guy in behind, he's pretty injured. Yeah, and does her haste attack also? Is this also a charge?
It's all the attacks on her turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the charge is now just a movement.
All right. So she's at plus 25. I did it above.
Oh man, I got 6 windows open just to look up different small animals in case I need information.
Hey, what's the best way to heal?
This may not hit because she's doing non-lethal and she's also... no, this guy already has non-lethal damage.
The best way to heal...
Oh no! Oh no! Nat 20!
He's allowed to choose not to.
Not to confirm the crit?
She's allowed to, and in the case of, like, I'm saving my people. Unless she, like, really didn't like this guy.
Yeah, I think she's gonna pull her attack a little bit. So the advantage of... So here's the thing. A normal charge with the Naginata, which is a ×4 weapon.
Oh no.
Does ×5 with the crit on a charge.
She wants to crit. Marty wants to crit.
No, her average damage before buffing on a charge with her Naginata is 207.
So she'll do 500 damage.
Yeah, she
kills him. She's not trying to kill him.
She killed 2.5 giants.
A crit charge with the Naginata basically does 207 damage on average.
So it doesn't kill him non-lethally. He is beat to piss.
Yeah, so
it's amazing.
She's doing normal damage. She's gonna pull the crit basically.
Yep.
So she does 6d6. No. Yeah, 6d6 plus 72, and then she has a plus 6, which is 3, which is 4, and times 2 is 8. She does 101 lethal damage, which is still enough to force him to roll a fort save or die.
Yes, because more than 100. Yeah.
He doesn't die, but he's now knocked out. Yeah, this time she wasn't able to pull her blade so that it was flat and came in and caught him on the shoulder and bounced into his neck and created a big gash. The giant falls down, clutching his wound, and crashes into the ground. The amount of meat and rock that is moving in this room is just shaking and bouncing as several 1,000-pound giants are flying around, big 1,000-pound rocks and massive elementals. It's just a very, very noisy, uncomfortable place to be. Tordazahag, the Great Elder, has returned to the elemental plane of Earth, thanks to Sunny, relieving him of whatever bondage was formed by the caster Arnak.
Oh, Arnak did it? Oh, Arnak.
Shakura's turn is done. See? Not complicated at all, is it?
Not complicated at all.
Not complicated at all. Satisfying, but not complicated.
Casters are where the real complexity are. Do I disintegrate or do I make a wall?
Okay. So Castellan Ballestrea is moving around, 200 point chicken. All right, and the galub dhurs. Yeah, they tend to follow the strongest earth creature that is here.
Oh, crap.
And with Tordazahag no longer around, they unfortunately are going to start helping this. So these galub dhurs roll right up to the edge. I know there's a big cluster of miniatures here. These three are down with Slake. They roll right up to the edge of the pit. Looks like they're going to start This round they're going to throw rocks in at Slake. Next round they may start doing other things. There are only 3 of them that can make it to the pit in time to throw a rock. This round, galub dhurs, rock throwing. Not too bad. This one from above. Okay, 3 rocks go flying in. Some of them are like coaxed in from around, like they've got complete control over lesser things like rocks. And they go jumping down into the pit, and you could hear, "Ah!"